A little bit of nuts and bolts. How do we get there? Like, how do we get, I mean, these kids are fantastic. How do we get them to start to develop those skills to get to this point? So we're going to turn it over to someone who is very knowledgeable about color guard, Mr. Lewis.
One thing I wanted to show you is just like you have fundamentals for your bands, we have stuff like that too. I'm sure you know, like drop spins. I kind of wanted to show you one of our exercises. It's called spins and stops. If you've ever heard of a pull hit, it's another way to say that. We use our fight song for the school to teach fundamentals to the color guard. So the very first thing they learn when they come into the audition is they learn how to do the fight song, and it starts with drop spins, and it has some flourishes in it, and it has some spins and stops in it. It has all these different things, so they feel like they're learning their fundamentals, but they're also going to perform a routine to a song, and they'll do it on the football field. So it's kind of a catch-all. It kind of, you get to see the fundamentals, and you also get to learn a performance right off the bat.
And then the other thing that we've really, in recent years, and especially right now, Ian has had some just really great ideas. We're trying to start to scaffold our color guard program like the band program. Well, we have 4 concert bands. Okay, can we have multiple layers of color guard? You know what I mean? And done in a way where even now you can do it like this show, the show that's coming up this fall, we have 4 different groupings of kids within the color guard, right? It's like group 1 does this, group 2 does this, group 3 does this, group 4, and it's based on their skill set. And so these kids could tell you right now, oh, I'm in this group and I'm in this group, we're focusing on this, we're focusing on that. So
and I do want to say, I mean, we know that we're fortunate and our color guard program is large, and we have a lot of people we can layer in, but it hasn't been that way for very long, you guys. So, I mean, with the size of our band, the color guard program has not always been large, and we still were layering in, right, based on their skill set. So we are fortunate now, and you see the Flower Mound Band, and you're like, yeah, but you have all those people. Yeah, but the Flower Mound Band was the same size. I mean, we're a very large 6A program, and there was a time when we started at Flower Mound that we were like, please, can we have 20 flags? And with the size of that band, that's not very many, you know, with the number of wind players and percussionists that we had on the field. So we've grown that program, but even when we had 20, you know, with the size, we were still layering in their skills and developing them like that too.
And because they transition on and off the field so much in a marching band show, I mean, you can go, hey, look, you know, these 6 kids, it's going to be too much for them to do 8 minutes. They're going to be part of the first production, and then they transition off, and they're hanging somewhere for the second and third, and then they're coming back out, you know, and that's okay. I think there's much more value from an educational sense in doing that than going, here's a rifle, I need you to do this and this and this. You're like, hold on. I mean, you're taking an 8th grader and putting them in the top band. That's too much for their skill set. And we're supposed to be teachers, you know what I mean? So how can we progress these students through?
Right. And it gives them something to work for and yearn for. You know, if they just start and they're in the whole show the whole time in their freshman year, it's like, okay, well, what do I have to do different now? I'm in the show. I don't have anything to, I mean, there's obviously things to work for, like performing and being great. But like these all, you know, how many of you guys were not in the full show your freshman year? Yeah. And then now they're in the front of the field, here they are at the clinic, and they had something to work towards, and it made them excited about what was to come in their next year. So it's not everything all at once, you know what I mean?
We'll also sometimes literally try to plan in, like I remember, I think Claire was in this, like your freshman year, were you a tuba dancer? Yeah, we built this little thing into the show where the kids had fake tubas and they ran out and did some stuff and smiled around and whatever, and then she went away, right? I mean, that's what they did.
There's several little tuba dancers.
Who was a tuba dancer? Nice.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, but so it's just that thing of thinking from an educational setting and what can we do in the design of the show, or really, I mean, the design of the show is your curriculum, right? That's what it is. So what can we do within our curriculum to be creative and do something cool, but also like, you know, make it appropriate for the kids in the program. And I think with some thought and some discussion, there are ways to make sure that kids have the opportunity to be successful, you know. And I mean, we laughed, you know, the tuba dancers would come out and do their thing, but now they're doing all the other things.